story that we've been following this week. Members of the Liberation Struggle War Vets are meeting this evening with Deputy President David Mabuza at an undisclosed location. Now, on Tuesday night, the ANC's headquarters, Luthuli House, were evacuated following a security breach where members of the Liberation Vets were camping out. Our reporter, Pule Letshwiti-Jones, joins me now with the latest. So, Pule, there is a meeting underway you've managed to discover. What is your understanding of what's on the agenda?
So what we understand right now is that the members of the Liberation Struggle War Veterans who are disgruntled are currently meeting the Deputy President. The meeting was scheduled to start at 5 o'clock. And we know that there isn't any ANC members except for the task team, which is being headed by the Deputy President, which was tasked to look into some of these matters and concerns, which include issues such as the 4.2 million rand gratuity fee that needs to be paid out, educational bursaries for some of the veterans' children, and of course housing plans that were supposed to be executed for them.
So these are war vets from any of the liberation struggle movements, not just from MK. So surely this actually should fall under the Department of Defence. So are they involved at all in this process, or has it been sort of escalated to the Deputy President?
Well, according to what we understand is that this matter has been escalated to the Deputy President. Obviously, this was subsequent of the move of the consensus document, which was drafted in June, then signed off in November last year, which aims at looking into some of the issues raised by these veterans. Now, they're quite concerned that, almost a year nothing has been done by government, and that's why the ANC actually tried to distance itself from the situation, saying what they can only do is to ensure that they try to put pressure on government to listen, and of course on the Deputy President of the ANC and Deputy President of the country to ensure that they can try to assist these veterans who have been disgruntled for quite some time now.
So I think you said earlier this week there are about 100 people who are involved in this. Do you know what the plan is to try and help them?
Well, what the plan is right now is that from this meeting, Sally, which is expected to end around 8, 9, 10 o'clock, we will then have a way forward as to can some of these, expectations be reached? What's going to be on the table? From what we know is that they were not willing to leave the meeting until the Deputy President comes with something that's concrete that can address some of their issues. And from there onwards, they will be willing to settle down for something else. But they were saying they're not willing to actually take any word without any tangible promises or concrete promises that will ensure that they get what they want.
Do you have any understanding as to why they seem to have fallen through the cracks of what should have been surely provided for all war vets?
Well, what we understand right now is that there was a time period that was set for some of these concerns to be reached, and that hasn't been done. And that's why we saw this altercation that took place at Luthuli House, where, on the other hand, we're being told by the ANC national spokesperson that the building was evacuated. But the vets were saying that they slept in there. And despite breaching the COVID-19 regulations, they were forced to sleep in there. In fact, they were saying they were willing to actually, be killed inside. That's how far they were willing to take the matter. And they're quite serious about what they want. And they're saying that there are some veterans within the security cluster as well who've been excluded. And this is an issue that has been concerning government as well for quite some time. But there hasn't been any direction or way forward for these veterans to be held. And this comes at a time whereby the ANC is also trying to prepare for its unitary conference in December. And there isn't any unity. You'd remember that last year, around in November, the Deputy President, David Mabuza, visited the community of Limpopo, whereby there were concerns about members of APLA, Azanla, veterans as well, complaining about not being united as well. And these are some of the issues that, the ANC wants to look at, hence why they're putting pressure on government to resolve some of these tensions as well.
Well, let's hope tonight brings a bit of a breakthrough for the vets. Thank you very much for that update. That's our reporter, Pule Letshwiti-Jones.